I wanted to do just a quick video on the latest patch 1.4.2 for Diablo 4. Really helped out the pit. I checked it out with my little niche build, and for somebody who's not building towards massive power but doing something really weird like I am with my one button build, if you want to see that, check my other videos. This patch really helped out quite a bit. The first thing that they did that really helped is adjusted the damage of the boss power to be more in line with the difficulty of the dungeon leading up. So I did find that I would be smashing fools like crazy in the dungeon before, and then once the boss spawned, the boss was hitting me pretty hard, not kind of in line with what I had already experienced, and I was eating through health pots trying to survive it. So that's really nice to get that. But the biggest thing is that they reduced the frequency of overlap from all the add-on bosses. So that add-on bosses would come in, throw down their bullshit, and it would overlap with the boss you're already fighting, and then another one would come in, and so you'd have multiple overlaps. And I definitely got one shot in a way where I felt was a little cheesy and unsustainable, especially since I'm pushing content with a kind of a niche build. It happened quite a bit where I would have the Butcher come in, and then I would have like Tomb Lord crap coming in, and both of them overlapping on top of each other made it to where there's really nowhere to safely to run, and I would get killed and pretty quickly too. So now that they're not overlapping, I'm able to avoid only the boss stuff, but also the incoming additional boss items that would come up. They call them affixes, but whatever they're doing, the throwing down bullshit on the floor, or shooting out something to you, or sending flames over to you, any of the things that those bosses that are coming in hot are doing to you are now at a pace that isn't on top of themselves, to where it's avoidable. You can hide behind cover, you can run away from it, you can dash around, and it makes it much more tolerable to start pushing to, because I had, I don't know about you, but for the pit, especially for a weird niche build, I felt like, well, I guess 51 is as far as I'm going to get, because every time I go in here, I get overlapped in one shot, and it's BS, and I have no way to sustain these long fights that take me longer than the average player. And so it just felt like, well, I guess that's the end of the season for me. I'm done playing. I've already got 2 characters to level 100. And then they updated this patch, and man, it makes it so much more doable. I'm now pushing into the next set of, got up to, I think, 54 now that I can start pushing through, and that felt fairly doable. Yes, things are hitting a little harder. Yes, it takes me a little bit longer to get through the boss fights with my weird little build, but it's doable now, instead of not at all doable with the overlapped stuff. Also, another really, really nice quality of life that they did for the pit was that when you finish, if you're, say, grinding a certain lower level, like in my pit guide, I said, you can go like 5 tiers down if you just need the materials to kind of level up your masterworking. Now it will stay at whatever your last one was, instead of automatically going to the very top one. That small little thing, especially when you're doing these, like 5 to 8 minute runs of the pit, so much more beneficial, and makes me feel like the devs are really looking for ways to make the end game something fun, and especially on repeatable stuff. Let's make this repeatable stuff not annoying. And it doesn't hurt that I now have a dog that is walking around with me inside the pit. It's not really doing anything because there's no resources to gather. There's no gold as well. It's just a bunch of health pots, but it's nice to have a little puppy cruising around with you, no matter what game it is. Anyway, I wanted to make a quick video just to say how I felt about this patch and how much it's helping me and my little build. If you want to discuss in the comments how you feel about it, or what you're pushing into the pit, let me know in the comments down below. Remember to check out the other videos if you want to see my build guide for the 1 button build. It's now 2 buttons, but it's still good. And I'll catch you in the next video.